So you guys, I want to bring out this video on Brandon Boston just because we got some things we got to talk about. So just recently, a lot of people has been requesting for me to make an updated video on Brandon Boston and his relationship situation. So you already know we're going to go over this, and let's just talk about on what's currently going on between Brandon Boston and his new girlfriend Alexa. Before I start this video, make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram at _theonlywallace, and also go subscribe to my second channel called 10K Wallace Vlogs. Now let's get to the video. So first thing first, let's talk about BJ Boston. So we all know Brandon is currently in his rookie year playing with the Los Angeles Clippers. So far throughout 4 games and only averaging 3 minutes per game, Brandon is only putting up nearly 1 point, 0.3 assists, 0.3 rebounds, and only shooting 25 field goal percentage and shooting 30% from the 3-point line. So as you can see, just looking at his stats, he clearly is not getting playing time at all. But when you look at his G League stats so far, playing with the Agua Caliente Clippers, throughout 2 games and averaging 31 minutes per game, Brandon is putting up 18 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and shooting 32% from the 3-point line. And just recently, he put up 23 points and 6 rebounds against Team Ignite, which is his best game so far competing in the G League. So as you can see, Brandon Boston, he's doing his thing. He's just getting comfortable in the league. I know a lot of people still got questions about his game just because he was drafted late in the 2nd round. He was a 51 overall pick. He was selected by the Memphis Grizzlies, but they traded him to the Los Angeles Clippers. And as you can see, the Los Angeles Clippers decided to sign him to a 2-year, $2.5 million contract back on August the 9th. So as you can see, the Los Angeles Clippers, they like Brandon Boston because they know they can develop his game. This guy, he's 6'6", 188 pounds. He got a long wingspan. We all know he can create his own shots. He's a really good spot-up shooter. He can shoot the 3-pointer. He can dribble the ball. Brandon Boston, he can play multiple positions. He's getting bigger as well because I've been seeing him in the weight room. Like literally, Brandon Boston potential is literally skyrocketing because he's really a legit scorer. A lot of people really start to overlook Brandon Boston just because he didn't have a really outstanding season with Kentucky. But don't forget, he was ranked 7th overall in his class, in the class of 2020, before he went to college, and he always been a top scorer in his class. It's just so unreal how things didn't really go out as planned, you know, how he wanted it to in college, but he still ended up getting drafted, and he's in the league. If you guys do not know, when he was competing in the summer league, throughout 5 games and only averaging 24 minutes, Brandon Boston was putting up 13 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds, shooting 44 field goal percentage, and shooting 33% from the 3-point line. So honestly, him doing his thing in the summer league is what really made the Clippers give him that 2-year, $2.5 million guaranteed contract, is because he was doing his thing and he just got a lot of potential. When you think about it, late 2nd round picks don't get guaranteed money like that. And the reason why Brandon Boston was able to get that guaranteed money, because when you think about it, he was projected to be a lottery pick coming out of high school. Even when he transferred to Sierra Canyon to play alongside with Zaire Williams, we all know Zaire Williams was a lottery pick as well. Brandon Boston was supposed to get selected up there around with Zaire Williams, but as you can see, that did not happen at all because things did not work out for Brandon Boston at Kentucky. But on the other side, for Zaire Williams, things worked out for him at Stanford. Now let's move on and talk about Brandon Boston off the court relationship situation. So just recently, a lot of people has been sending me DMs on Instagram requesting for me to make an updated video talking about Brandon Boston and his new girlfriend Alexa. I know my last video I made on Brandon Boston, it was about 3 months ago. It was literally the day he got drafted. So as you can see, this video is going to be a part 3. And we're just going to talk about on what's going on. Now, if you guys do not know who Alexa is basically Brandon Boston high school crush. But he ended up talking to her once again right after him and Nikki broke off. Now, let's just talk about Nikki Freeman. So if you guys do not know, Nikki Freeman is Brandon Boston's ex-girlfriend right after he started to talk to Alexa. So basically, once he went to Sierra Canyon across the country in LA, playing alongside with Zaire Williams, like I said, and Bronny and all them, that's when he met Nikki. And he only talked to her for 1 year throughout his entire senior year. But once he went to college at Kentucky, you know, that's when they just started to go through a lot of stuff and they end up breaking off. So once the end of his college year at Kentucky, then he came around back with Alexa, and now Alexa and Brandon Boston, they're going strong because they've been showing each other off on social media a lot. Brandon Boston has been posting her on his story, kissing her on her forehead and all types of stuff. You can tell that he really likes and loves his girl for real, you guys. And you can tell the same for Alexa because she always making videos on her TikTok. Just recently, she was with Brandon Boston on Halloween weekend, and she was doing his hair. We all know Brandon Boston got a lot of hair, like for real. Honestly, just watching that video, I didn't even know this dude had that much of hair. But anyways, let's just stay on track. But basically, when you just watch that video, you could tell that Brandon Boston is really comfortable with Alexa. You can just tell, like, their vibe is just different. Like I said, they used to talk in high school, so now that they're back together, they're the same age, so it seems like they graduated the same year in 2020. And I can just tell that Brandon Boston really do mess with this girl, because you can't fake that type of energy being around a certain girl, you know what I mean? And on top of that, him letting her record him doing his hair and posting it on her TikTok, it is strictly all love, and he always comment on her pictures as well. So you can tell what type of person Brandon Boston is when it comes to just being in relationships, because he's not scared to show off his girl, and he's just not scared to show love. He was doing the same thing with Nikki, I remember, and he also was trying to start a YouTube channel with her. She probably was the one that asked him to do it and stuff, but I remember watching their first video when they was sitting together and they was just doing like a Q&A. And there's also another video when Nikki was on Instagram Live and Brandon Boston was like laying beside her. So basically what I'm saying is he don't mind showing the world in the public that he's in a relationship and stuff like that, but he don't like looking stupid. And I always realized that about Brandon Boston, and that's how him and his other ex, Nikki Freeman, ended up falling off. And Nikki knew I was right. That's why she ended up DMing me after I made that last video, and she went off on me. She even tagged me on her Instagram story and showed everybody that she was upset, and sent me some DMs. We even had a conversation, and I was just telling her it's strictly entertainment. But at the end of the day, she's just upset because she know that Brandon Boston is a real one and he moved on. And y'all know me, I'm gonna bring y'all the real spills. Some people gonna like it, some people not. But at the end of the day, it's my job. And on top of that, all of my subscribers, they send me stuff and keep me updated with everything. So all I gotta do is just make the video. But at the end of the day, I'm really happy for Brandon Boston. I'm not even sure if Alexa lives with him, just because we all know he's in the NBA now. He's getting paid millions. He live in LA, which is funny because Alexa, she's from Atlanta. Brandon Boston, he's from Atlanta. And now he plays for the Los Angeles Clippers. So when you think about it, he basically went to LA for his senior year, did what he had to do, right? And now that he's in the NBA, he went back to Atlanta and got his high school crush, and he moved her back to LA with him. And now Brandon Boston is living the life. I want you guys to leave your comments and opinions below on how y'all feel about this. I thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, make sure you press the notification button. T gang, we out.